Hi everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And for today, we are going to concentrate on SPM paper 1. Okay, so are you ready all of you? Okay, so we meet again. I'm teacher NAZZATULSHIMA binti ZOLKIFLI from SMK AGAMA ARAU. Okay, so for today what we are going to do is we are going to focus on reading paper. Okay, so also known as reading and use of English. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we are going to focus on overview of reading test task. Okay, so basically, SPM reading paper 3119/1 consists of 5 parts. Okay, so we have Part 1, where there is a multiple short text. Part 2, rational clause, basically focus on grammar and vocabs. Part 3, it is a reading comprehensions. Part 4, gap text or missing sentences. And last but not least, Part 5, matching and information transfer. Okay, so first, we are going to focus on part 1, okay, which is short text. Okay, as you can see here, short text. Okay, so for part 1, okay, we have 8 multiple choice question, or also known as MCQ. Okay, multiple choice questions, where every question you have 3 options. Okay, so we have A, B, C. Okay, so there are 3 options for each question, and you are supposed to choose the best answer. Remember, the best answer. Okay, now for the second one here, based on a variety of short text. Okay, variety of short text. For example, we might have notices, okay, messages, okay, and dialogues. Okay, before this, okay, we might have advertisement, okay, we might have email, okay, we might have some information being posted on internet, Instagram, for example, as one of the question in part 1. Okay, so let's move on to the third one. Try to spend no more than 8 minutes for part 1, because this is quite simple. Okay, as you can see, there is MCQ, multiple choice question. So you only have to choose the best and correct answer. Okay? Let's move on. Okay, so we have done this one, right? Okay, next one. So SPM examination effective strategies. Okay, so basically for reading paper part 1, it is very important to know what are the steps needed. Okay, for example, we have step number 1 here. Focus on the headlines to get the general idea about the question. Okay, so for examples, for question number 1, let's say you have to read an advertisement, iklan, right? Okay, so first of all, you need to know the main idea of the advertisement. Is it advertisement for job opportunities? Okay, for people applying for jobs. Okay, let's say it's for job seekers, okay, to find a job. So maybe in that particular advertisement consists of some of the qualification required for the job seekers to fulfill. Okay, maybe some of the job descriptions. Okay, or maybe is it experience is required. Okay, for the job seekers to be sure they are going to get the job, right? Okay, so that is step number 1. Step number 2, okay, here. read the question carefully and underline the key words. When you read the question, remember to underline the key words. Kata kunci. Right? So the third one is this one. Understand it well. The word here. Understand. And then after you understand, you have to analyze. Okay, sorry. You have to analyze. Okay, why you need to analyze the question? So it is very important for you to analyze the question because you need to know what is needed by the question. Okay? Okay, last but not least, step number 4. Step number 4, eliminate the unlikely options. Okay, so for this one, you need to make sure which one of the options is not unlikely options. Okay, so for example, you have A, B, and C. So try to analyze these 3 options and then to eliminate which one is not the answers, which one is incorrect. So you are able to determine the best answer, right? Okay. Now, let's put it into practice. We are going to do practice 1 for part 1. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, Miri. Yesterday, firemen from Miri had to squeeze themselves into a narrow and deep drain hole to rescue a trapped senior citizen. The man, who is in 60s, fell into the hole, which is about 0.3 meters deep at about 7 a.m. on Sunday. The cover of the drain hole was believed to have been stolen. The man was on morning stroll when he fell into the drain hole. He was taken to the Miri hospital by ambulance. Okay, first, you have read the question already. Okay, now you need to take a look at question number 1. From the newspaper report, we know that A young man fell into the drain hole. B, the cover for the drain hole had broken. C, the fireman succeeded in rescuing the trapped man. So, we need to identify what is needed by the question. Second step, you need to underline the key words. Okay, from the newspaper report, so you know already this is a newspaper report. As you can see here, Miri, yesterday. Okay, so definitely this one is a newspaper report. We know that. So the key word here, we know that. So we need to check each of the option here. Okay, the first one. A young man fell into the drain hole. Are you sure? A young man. So let's take a look at the short text. A young man. Okay. A narrow and deep drain hole to rescue trapped senior citizen. The word here, senior citizen, in his 60s. Are you sure in 60s is a young man? I don't think so. So, A is definitely wrong. So, you need to eliminate this one. So, you cross out A. A is not the answer. Now, proceed to B. The cover of the drain hole had broken. So, the cover of the drain hole had broken. Let us check from the short text again. Here. The cover of the drain hole was believed to have been stolen. Have been stolen. Okay? So, here B is stated that the drain hole had been broken. So this one is also incorrect. So you need to eliminate this one as well. Cross out this one. Right? So next one, C. The firemen succeeded in rescuing the trapped man. Okay, succeeded. Telah berjaya. Okay, so let's take a look at the short text again. He was taken to the Miri Hospital by ambulance. So, meaning to say that the trapped old man is already being rescued. Okay, he is safe already. So, C is the answer for this question. Right? Ta-da! Yes, the answer is C. Correct. Okay, now we move on to the next one. Okay, so this is about PERLIS. Okay, PERLIS is Wind Festival. Pesta Angin Timur PERLIS is the top 3 most popular traditional cultural events in Malaysia. This year, it was held at Kampung Sungai Padang, Simpang 4, PERLIS for 3 days from 3 to 5 March 2023. The festival celebrates the transition from cool weather to dry and windy weather in each year, which is also the post-harvest season for paddy farmers in PERLIS. It aimed to promote local cultural activities of traditional Malay communities to visitors. Okay, so this is about a news, okay, program, event, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the question. Which statement is true about PERLIS is Wind Festival? Which statement is true? So the key word here. Which statement is true? So we need to check each of the options. Okay, so now let us take a look for this one. Let's take a look at C first. The farmers celebrate it in cool and windy weather. Here, cool, windy weather. So let's take a look at the short text again. Okay, transition from cool weather to dry and windy weather. Okay, so dry and windy. Cool and windy. So this one is wrong. So we eliminate C. C is wrong, right? Okay, because there dry and windy. So B, it is the most popular event. The most popular event. Okay? Does this one is stated in the short text? Let us check. PERLIS is Wind Festival. Pesta Angin Timur PERLIS is the top 3 most popular traditional cultural event in Malaysia. Top 3. What is the difference between top 3 and the most? 3 teratas, paling popular, the most popular. This one is correct. So this one is wrong. So cross this one. Okay. So A, the festival is aimed to promote traditional events in Malaysia. Promote traditional events in Malaysia. So let's take a look at this one. Is it the same here? It aims to promote local cultural activities. Okay, so the answer is A for number 4. You get it? Right? Okay, next. Okay, now. So this is about what? Another type of short text, right? So as you can see, it is a conversation between TV host and a bay. Okay? So here, we have 2 speakers. TV host and obey. So this one is a dialogue. Okay. It's a dialogue, right? Okay, so for dialogue, okay, so let us read the dialogue first, okay? So how did you get inspired to start Break the Divide program? I'm very interested to know what other teenagers all around the world love doing their free time. My friends and I have always wanted to reach out to others teenagers. Then, what is your future plan for the program? We are developing an app so that it will be easier for global teenagers in exchange opinions and news with each other. Well, all the best. So that is all about the dialogue. So what is the question here? What is the aim of the Break and Divide program? So the question asks you for the aim. Okay, so let us take a look at this one. Learning about teenagers' hobbies. Teenagers' hobbies. Okay, so let us take a look here. Okay, so what you get inspired. Okay, here. I'm very interested to know what other teenagers all over the world love doing during their free time. So activity during the free time is considered as hobby, right? H-O-B-B-Y, hobby. Okay, so A might be correct, right? Let's take a look at B, second option. Creating an app for teenagers. Creating an app for teenagers. So somewhere here. So what is your future plan? So this one is about future plan. It's not an aim. Okay. So developing an app. Okay. So that one is not an aim. Okay. So definitely incorrect. Okay. How about C? Sharing ideas with adults. Sharing ideas is correct, as you can see there. Exchange opinions, ideas. It's correct. But how about this one? With adults. So this one is not about adults. It's focusing on teenagers. Global teenagers. Okay? So C is wrong. The best answer for question number 8 is A. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, all of you, do you get it? Right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, we have completed for part 1. It's very easy, right? So we are going to continue with part 2, which is known as rational clause. Okay, so what is rational clause, right? So rational clause consists of an extended text. Okay, the length of the text is about 250 to 300 words. Okay, so basically there are 10 items are being removed from the text. It also known as 10 numbered blanks. Okay, for each question, for this part, rational clause, okay, we have 4 options. Okay, so the options are A, B, C, and D. Okay, so this is a MCQ, multiple choice question. MCQ. Okay, so try to spend no more than 10 minutes for this part. Okay, we move on to the next one. How about the guidelines for part 2? Okay, so first you have to read the text. Of course, okay, when there is a text, there is question, you need to read first, right? And then you need to get the clues. Okay, before and after. So you need to check all the sentences, okay, to get the main idea, okay, what it's all about. The third one, analyze the blanks. So you have to analyze, try to figure out what kind of answers, okay, that might be for that particular blanks. Next, grammar check. This one you need to check whether the text is past tense, present tense, or future So this is one of the grammar topic that you need to check. Okay, past tense, present tense, or future tense. Okay, so the other grammar parts might be prepositions, conjunctions. Okay, so next one, you need to choose the best answer. Okay, after you have completed, okay, choosing the best answers for all the blanks, you need to reread the text. Okay, try to read and try to check whether each of the answers that you put are fit in with the text. Okay, clear. Next, so this is an example or sample question for part 2. So now let us read the question first. People are swept out by self-interest easily, and the sophisticated technology of today has worsened this aspect even most. People blank that they do not need others on face-to-face basis. After all, even people living in the same house send messages to each other rather than talk blank. Okay, so here we have 2 questions, right? Question number 1. Question number 2. So this is a part of rational clause. Okay, as you can see, the first step, we have read the text. Okay, settle. Second step, we need to understand what it's all about. So basically, it's about technology. It's about communication, right? The third one, okay, you need to identify what kind of tenses. So, let's take a look at this one. People are swept. Okay, so this one, the word are. And then we have, okay, this one has worsened. Okay. Next one we have do not. Okay, do. Okay. Next one we have, okay, so send messages. Okay, as you can see, all the verbs here, okay, for example, has worsened. Okay, has worsened. So this one is what? Is a present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So here, present perfect. We already identified the tenses of the text. Okay. As you can see, the word are. The word do not do, right? Send, okay, all the words majority are present tense. Okay. So you have to remember. So the text might be contain simple present tense, it might contain present continuous tense, it might contain present perfect tense. So you know already the tenses of the text. Clear, right? So now let us check the answer. For number 1. Okay, number 1, people blank that they do not need others on face-to-face basis. So people here is singular or plural? So this one is plural form. Okay, so this one is plural. So basically for plural, the answer for present tense is feel. The answer is A, right? Okay, how about number 2? After all, even people living in the same house and send messages to each other rather than talk. So remember, for the first one, number 1 is quite easy. It is based on tenses, right? So how about number 2? Number 2 is not based on tenses anymore. Okay, remember, I said earlier, part 2 focuses on grammar and vocab, right? Vocabulary. So this one definitely based on vocabulary. So the first one, simply, B, directly, C, easily, and D, generally. So this one is, how about simply and easily? I think both of these options is similar, right? Slightly the same. So cross easily, you cross simply. So it's either directly and generally. So it's about talk. You talking to someone. Do you talk generally? I don't think so. It is talk directly. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, next one. Okay, this is sample number 2. Now let us check the tenses here. Okay, we arrive at the station. The word arrive. And took an elevator. Took. It was. Virtually, there were no taxis. Okay. We noticed. Okay. Who had been. Okay. Next one, she didn't know. Okay, as you can see, there are some of verbs, okay, which is applies to present or past. Past tense. So this one basically based on past tense. So it's already happened. Okay, it's already happened. So you need to choose past tense answers, okay, for this particular text. So next one is number 10. Okay, number 10 here. It was virtually blank as there were no taxis to be found. As you can see, we know already the text focus on grammar. And we identify it is past tense. But here, all the first 3 questions more or focus more for vocabulary, vocabs. Okay, so if you know already this is how, part 2, you need to focus on vocab. You need to enhance your vocabulary to make sure you are able to understand each of these unfamiliar words. You need to know its meaning. Okay, if not, you are not able to answer this question. So, please bear in mind, it is not focusing on past or grammar only, right? Okay, so the first one is, it was virtually. How about stranded and abandoned? So, as you can see, the meaning for abandoned and stranded is being left. Okay, so it's slightly the same or similar. So you cross out C, you cross out A. A. Okay, so isolated and deserted. So I think the correct one is deserted. Okay, deserted is empty. There is no one. Okay, so was there were no taxis. So, it's similar to deserted. Empty. Okay. Next, number 11. I hope that she might be able to help. We. Okay. So, for requested, inquired, and question. So, this one is like to be formal. Okay, it's more formal than A. A is less formal or informal. So, basically the text here, we asked her if she knew where to find a taxi. So, when you are asking for someone, okay, you are asking a question, so it is less formal as you compare to this one, question, inquired, and requested. So, the answer for 11 is A. Number 12. So, when her friend blank in a car, we watch as she explained our situation. So, the answer here is pull up. So, what is pull up? So, pull up is meaning to stop. Okay. So, sorry. Okay. To stop. Okay. So, to stop and pull up here for number 12. Okay. So, this one is called as phrasal verb. So, it is combined the verb and prepositions. So, you need to know lots of vocabs. Okay. So, settle for sample 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we move on to part 3. So, part 3, it is called reading comprehension. Okay, for reading comprehension, it is consists of extended text. Okay, again, it's about extended text, about 650 to 700 words. Wow, it's quite lengthy, right? It's too lengthy. So, this is very important, okay? It's too lengthy, but you need to read the text first. Okay, next one. Might be taken from a novel or magazine. Okay, it can be two. It's either factual or fiction. What is factual? So basically, it is based on facts. Okay, it is based on something that's really exists. Okay, however, for fiction, it is something that is being made. Okay, it is created by human. Okay, it is not true at all. Okay, it based on our imagination, right? Okay, so maybe fiction, it can be a narrative essay or a story, for example, that consists of 650 to 700 words. Okay, now, how many questions for this part? For reading comprehension, we have 8 questions, okay, with 4 options, okay, 4 options, A, B, C, and D. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so for part 3, what you need to concentrate, okay, the first one, you have to read each question and option carefully. Sorry. Okay, option carefully. Okay, so for this one, it's very important for you to read the question to get the main idea, okay, and then underline the keywords. You have to underline keywords. Okay, next one, for vocabulary question, choose the words that are appropriate to the context in the passage. Okay, for example, for part 3, if the question required you to check for vocabulary, to check for its meaning, so you need to check the word from the text. Okay, do not go back over the question. Reread only the ones that you are unsure of. Okay, do not go back over the question. You have to check the question that you are unsure, you are not confirmed, okay, about the answers yet. Okay, next one. Okay, so do not second guess yourself. Okay, what is second guess? Okay, so change an answer only if you are absolutely sure that you are wrong for that particular question. Okay, so for example, for this part of reading comprehension, you have 8 questions. And then you are not supposed to go through all the 8 questions. Okay, you just reread for certain number that you are unsure of. You do not confirm what is the answer and you are still confused, but you're really sure it is wrong. So you need to reread again to find the best answer. Okay, do not read all the questions. Okay, make sure you have answered all the questions, definitely. If you have really no idea of the answer, make a smart guess. So, make a smart guess. Okay, so don't simply put the answers if you do not know what is the answer. So, try to think it carefully and use your smart guess. Okay, think intelligently. Okay, do not blindly put the answers. Okay, next one. So this is an example of reading comprehension. As you can see here, okay, it's still not too lengthy, but actually this is half of the question. Sorry, it is half of the text. So do you remember? It's 600 to 700 words. Okay, so this is half of it. Okay, so first step, after you have read all these texts, okay, so the first one what you have to do is you have to read. I know it's quite lengthy, okay, but you need to read, okay. So you have to read the text. And then step number 2, after you have read, try to get what is the main idea. So basically, okay, sorry. Okay, so second, you have to identify. Identify the main idea, okay, what it's all about. So as you can see, this is a fiction. Okay, this is a text maybe taken from the novel, from the short stories maybe. Okay, so after you have understand this kind of story, you need to number the paragraph. Okay, so here, as you can see, this one is paragraph 1. This one is paragraph 2. This one paragraph 3. So on and so forth. Okay, you have to number the paragraph. Okay, why I'm saying that? This is because some of the question, okay, they may require you to refer to certain paragraph. Okay, for example, this question in paragraph 2. So meaning to say, you need to refer for the answers in paragraph 2. So, when you read the text again, you need to focus on paragraph 2. So, meaning to say only this paragraph. However, if you do not number the paragraph, you do not know which paragraph, you need to calculate it again and again. 1, 2, okay. How about if the question asks you paragraph number 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it's wasting your time. Okay, so that is why I'm asking you number the paragraph. Right? Okay. So, that is an example why it's very important for us. Okay, as you can see, here's one. In paragraph 3. Okay, so for this particular question, it is the same. You need to refer to the paragraph, okay, and then try to find the answers within that particular paragraph only. Okay, do not look at the other paragraph. Okay, refer to that particular paragraph only. Okay, to find the answer. Okay, so we have settled this one. Okay, so now we move on to part 4, okay, as known as gap text. Okay, for gap text, okay, a text of about 350 to 350 words, including gap sentences. So what is gap sentences? Gap sentences meaning to say missing sentences, okay? As you can imagine, there are 350 words of text, and then you need to find another 6 missing sentences. So it is very important for you to know what are the steps needed, okay, to find the removed sentences. Okay, so how many options do you have, okay, for this kind of part? Okay, so for this part there are 8 options. Okay, so meaning to say, just now I have said there are 8 options. Okay, 8, okay, 8 options, but there are only 6 missing sentences. Okay, so 8 options. But 6 missing sentences. Okay, so for this one, you need to find another 6 missing sentences, but they are giving you 8 options. So, meaning to say, what happened to another 2? Another 2 is the distractor. Distractor, okay? Oh, distractor, okay? Pengacau, right? Okay, so you need to be careful because these 2 distractors, okay, might be chosen by you as one of the answer, and you will get it wrong. So please be careful. Okay, so let's move to the steps. Okay, what we are going to do for part 4. So first one, read through the entire text. Okay, you have to read entire text. 2, try to identify what each paragraph is about. Okay, this is very important. For each essay or text, okay, there are introduction, and then there are main points or points, ideas, and then lastly is the conclusion or the ending. Okay, you need to identify why it is very important. For each paragraph, it has its topic sentence. It has its own points. Okay, isi yang berbeza, right? So it's very important to know and identify what type of sentences that being missed. Okay, so next one, read through the options given. Okay, look out for linkers. This one is quite interesting. Why you need to look out the linkers? So linkers is, for example, we have first things first, okay, lastly, finally, next, after that, before that, after that. Okay, so all of those linkers is the clues or cues for you in order to choose the correct answer. So you might know the sequence of the paragraph, right? If you look at the linkers. Okay. So last one, do not concentrate on individual sentences, but ideas, event, or opinion as a whole. Okay. You need to read the entire text to get the main idea as a whole. Okay. Next. Okay, to check if your sentence fits into gap, look carefully at the information that comes after the gap. So, after you fill in all the blanks, okay, the missing sentences, you need to reread and check whether it is fits into the gap or not. Next one, check that the ideas flow logically. When you reread, okay, that it flows smoothly, okay, or not. Next, look out for words that indicate time period. Okay, for example, if the sentence contains some of the time period, the year, for example, okay, so you need to look at the sequence of the year. Okay, is it chronologically or not, right? Okay, next one, always check your answers again by reading the entire text. Okay, we move on to the next part. Ta-da! This is a sample. Okay, of course, okay, I've taken the first question for gap text, okay, which is number 27. Okay, so this is a blank here. So normally what you have to do is you need to state, to choose. There are 8 options here. Okay, how do we know there are 8 options? Okay. So A, so this one is the first option. Second, third, fourth, okay. Number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. Okay. So we have 8 missing sentences that are possible to be as the answers for this gap text. So you need to fill in the blank, okay, the missing sentences with these sentences, okay. So you need to check one by one whether the sentence fit into this gap text. Okay, so first one, you already know the sequence, right? You have introduction, the body and the closing. So this one, recently the Interact Club of SMK AGAMA ARAU organized a leadership camp. The camp was held at Dusun Resort Merbok Sungai Petani. So basically this is an introduction. Okay, so this is introduction. Okay, the introduction. So basically, what kind of sentences that might fit in the gap? We look one by one. After breakfast, we went canoeing in the nearby lake. So this is about activity. Okay, so this is an introduction where, for example, this is just like a report, right? So for the introduction, when you are reporting, okay, a program or an event for your school, you might mention what is the name of the program, okay? Some of the general information about the program, okay? The name of the program, okay? Where is the program? When is the program? And then who is involved in the program, okay? So as you can see here, activities will be the next paragraph. So it does not suit to this number 27, which is the introduction or general information of this particular text, right? How about this one, number 5? These teachers together with some trainers at the camp conducted various activities. Again, it's about activity. This one is wrong, so this one is wrong, okay? So how about number 3? This one, C. The participants of the camp were presidents, secretaries, various clubs in the school and the school prefects. So the participants of the camp. So this is one of the general information for the introduction? Yes. Who's involved in this particular event or program? So basically, so C is really suit to this one. Okay, so the answer for this one is C. So you put here Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. So the answer is C. So you put your answer here, C. Right? Do you understand? Okay. Next one. Okay, last one, part 5. Okay. So for part 5, okay, it is known as matching and information transfer. Okay. Again, so it's about information transfer, right? Okay, so information transfer, okay, a text of no more than 370 words, okay? And then there are 2 types of tasks. This is very important. Okay, 2 types of tasks, okay? So for example, you have task 1 and you have task 2. So each task consists of 4 questions. So if you add task 1 and task 2, it will be 8. Okay? 8 questions here. Okay? So now, okay, for matching and information transfer, okay, is quite simple. Okay? Pay attention to the instruction. Okay, so because it has 2 tasks, right? So you need to read the instruction and then you need to understand what is the question need. Okay, for second one, underline the keywords again. Okay, after you have read the question, you need to underline the keywords. Step number 3, okay, look for the keywords in the text. Okay, so after you have identified the keywords, you look for the keywords in the text. Okay, first, underline the keywords in the question. Okay, after you have found the keywords, try to look at the text. Okay, next, beware of the word limit. So, every task, okay, it has the word limit. Okay, so let's say if the word limit is only 1 word answer, so make sure your answer must be in 1 word. Okay, use word from the text only. Do not come out with your own word. I know you are so creative and brilliant, but please use the word from the text only. Okay, last but not least, make sure that your spelling is accurate. Okay, so spelling is accurate. What happens if your spelling is not correct? Okay, so you are not will be able to get mark for the misspelled words. Okay, so make sure spelling is very, very important because you are taking the word from the text. So spelling must be correct. Okay, so next. Okay, so the first thing that we mentioned earlier is about the instruction. We have 2 tasks. Okay, so for example, for the first task, okay, which paragraph describe the following authors? Okay, so this one you need to mention only alphabets. Okay, as you can see, which paragraph, A to F. So when you want to answer this kind of question, you need to answer whether it is A, B, C, up to H. Sorry, up to F. Okay, so do not mention the title, the name of a person, because the question requires you to state the paragraph, meaning to say the alphabets, okay, that represent the paragraph. Okay, second, which person describe the following ideas? So the question asks you about person. Okay, so when the question asks you to mention person, you need to give only the name of the person stated in the text. Okay, for example, Lee Jong-suk. Okay, it's a Korean actor, right? Okay, so how about if you write this kind of answer? This one, Lee Ji-yoon, 26 years old. Okay, so here is the name. The name is correct, but how about 26 years old? Remember, the question asks you for the name, only the name. So this one is definitely wrong. This one is correct. Okay, next one, complete the notes using the information below from the text. Choose no more than one word. So here again the instruction. No more than one word. Okay, so meaning to say is a one word answer. Okay, get it? Next. Okay, so this is one of the example. Okay, as you can see here, actually there are six types of 6 paragraph actually. Okay, as you can see here, A, C, E, F is actually referring to the paragraph. Okay, so paragraph is A, C, E, and F. These are the paragraph. Okay, however, how about this one? AA shop, Kappa store, Expressor shop, Fresh Planet. Okay, so those are the name of the shop or store or cafe, for example. So ACEF is referring to the paragraph, right? Okay. So this is the task number 1. Task 1. Okay, so where you are supposed to identify which paragraph. Remember, the question asks you for the paragraph. So like I said earlier, if the question asks you about paragraph, you need to give the answer in letters. Okay, so for example, number 1, Mira loves to try something new. She likes exotic taste of coffee, rarely found in Malaysia. Okay, first you have read the statement. Okay, as you can see, there are 4 statements. Statement 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so number 33 is the first statement. This one you need to read, and we have read the statement. Then we need to identify the keyword. Mira loves to try something new is the first keyword. Next one, she likes exotic. Oh, sorry. She likes exotic. Okay. She likes exotic taste of coffee. Okay. So for this one, you know already, okay, where to find this information. Okay. You have the keywords here. The first one, try something new. Keyword number 1, exotic taste of coffee. 2 keywords. Okay, try to remember this one. So we move on to the previous text here. Okay, it's about coffee, right? So is it AA shop? Okay, as you can see, sell fresh vegetable. Kappa store, okay, selling freshly brewed coffee, breakfast snacks, okay, might be. How about espresso shop? Warm mark, seeking best view method, favorite blending, unique offering. Okay, this one. You remember the 2 keywords. The first one, try something new. Searching for something new is the first keyword. Right? The second keyword is Okay, it's about exotic taste. Okay, exotic taste, unique offering. This one. Okay, as you can see here, some of the statements, okay, the question like to substitute or to replace the word. Okay, in the text, okay, it definitely do not mention about exotic. Okay, it is in the question, but in the text, it is being replaced by unique offering. It is the same. It is a similar meaning. So this is very important for you. You need to know the similar words, okay, when you are referring to the text. First, keywords from the question, and then you have to find it from the text. Okay, of course, it will not be exactly the same word. Some of the word may be or might be replaced, like this one. Try something new, searching for something new. It's different, but the meaning is the same. Second, unique offering and exotic taste, right? So the answer is which paragraph? So remember, this one is paragraph E. So put your answer here, E. So this is how you identify the answer. Okay, got it? Okay, so next one. So I'm doing this for number 33 only, right? Okay, we run out of time already. Okay, so you need to find the keywords and then you locate the answers from the text. Okay. Okay, so for this one, task number 2. So task number 2 is slightly like this. Okay, so this is task number 2. Okay, so task 2 where you are supposed to locate, okay, try to find the words and fill in the blanks. Okay, so this one is a one-word answer. Choose no more than one word. So meaning to say it is only one word answer to be here. Okay, so let us try to find the answers for number 39. So read the statement first. For individuals that have limited mobility. So this one is the keyword. Okay. It is advisable to implement the blank system. So remember, individual that have limited mobility. So limited mobility meaning to say you are not able to walk far. Okay, it is limited. Okay, and then advisable to implement what kind of system. So you need to refer to the question again. Sorry. Okay, this one. So remember, limited mobility. Okay, so here, older than 67, older than 70, okay. If you live alone or can't get around well, okay. So this one you can rephrase with limited mobility. So that is why the answer for this one is body system. Remember, one of the word system is being put in the question, right? Okay. So, here. So, the answer for this one is body system. B-U-D-D-Y. Body. Okay, so it applies, okay, the steps applies to all from number 37 to 40. Okay, hope all the best for you, okay, to try to get the rest of the answers. Okay, so we have done this one. Okay. So the most important thing is, okay, for paper 1, SPM 2119-1, read and understand the entire text, okay, question or rubrics. Answer the question that you know first. Okay, if you don't know the answer for that particular question, you move to the next question first. Okay, and then for the third one, use the process elimination. So remember, if two of the options are similar, you cross out first and then you try to choose the best answer. Last but not least, make educated guess. Okay, so you need to implement all these 4 steps. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Okay, so hopefully all of you for the future SPM candidates, okay, especially for this year's SPM 2024, make sure all the best, do the best, strive hard, okay, for your SPM. I hope all of you are going to get and pass this examination with flying colors. Good job, guys. Okay, fighting, fighting, fighting. Bye.